hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you? Don't you?
So Lil Durk, you know what I mean? Lil Durk has been denied bail again. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know where she at. She has disappeared. This was a key witness in this case to break that record for a rap concert, to break the 9 million barrier, and he broke this at the AT&T Stadium doing so. You know what I'm saying? So Cam said, where the cousin at? I want to interview this nigga. I want to interview the cousin. Let's talk. And the judge is out here saying that the nigga's a menace to society. You a fight risk, nigga. Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's happening? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It is a Friday. You feel me? It is Friday. It is May 9th. You know what I'm saying? It is 12:35 in the afternoon out here in California. You know what I'm saying? Out here in Sacramento, California, is 12:35 Friday, May 9th. You know what I'm saying? And the weather is still creeping in with the heat. God damn it, it is motherfucking warm outside right now at 12:38 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? The weather for the day is supposed to be 92 for the high today. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it is warm and heating up at the moment. Currently in the afternoon at only 12:30 in the afternoon, it is already warm and pool weather outside right now. You know what I'm saying? So as I always say, you know what I mean? The heat is definitely coming in and the coldness is definitely going away. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. You know what I mean? I don't like it. Supposed to be a high of 92 today. The number been going up as far as a high the last 3-4 days. It's been getting higher and higher. It was 87 and it was 88 and it was 90. Now today is gonna be 92 for the high today. You know what I'm saying? Sun is definitely showing his ass. Yeah, I mean, but yeah though, how y'all doing though? You feel me? It is Friday. You know what I'm saying? We have reached the end of the week. We have reached the end of production. You know what I mean? Hope you made your percentages, or I hope you produced all the work you needed to do throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Because it is now motherfucking Friday. You know what I mean? So now is the day. Today is the day to pull up, to roll up, kick your feet up. You know what I'm saying? Put your feet up because you have earned it working all week, and it is finally the weekend. You feel me? It is not the pre-weekend before the weekend. It is the weekend. The weekend is finally here. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully everybody is off for the weekend. Hopefully ain't nobody got to get up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Take kids to school in the morning or none of that. It is a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So I hope all y'all enjoyed this weekend. But for the weekend, I definitely got some updates and news and shit for y'all. You know what I mean? Got 4 topics. You feel me? Today. But before we get into that, you know what I mean? I hope y'all enjoyed yesterday's episode. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all enjoyed yesterday's episode. You know what I mean? We touched on Drake. You know what I'm saying? Adding Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance to his lawsuit for defamation. You know what I mean? Drake's still looking real light-skinned out here, you know what I'm saying, by doing so. Rick Ross said he is open to amending the beef between him and Drake. Said if Drake bought him a white Bel Air bottle, he'll take a picture. Boss. Huh. We also touched on Sean Kingston. You know what I'm saying? Sean Kingston, the way too beautiful girl. Yeah, we all know who that is. You know what I'm saying? We also touched on him. The judge telling that nigga, nah, I ain't letting you perform shit. Nigga, all the wire frauds and shit you got, nigga, you owe about $1 million here. You owe $300,000 there. They said that nigga had a Lamborghini in front, and motherfucking TVs and all kind of electronics, and yeah, the judge is not playing with that nigga and said, nigga, no, you can't perform at the Summerfest in Milwaukee, my nigga. I don't give a fuck about you trying to get that 100K, 200K, whatever the case may be, nigga. No, didn't even leave a comment, just said no after he asked if he can go perform and get that quick little bread, since he been sitting there on detention, house arrest, and getting money hung, and the judge denied that nigga. So that's everything we touched on yesterday, you know what I'm saying, along with my little closing thoughts that I had for them topics yesterday, you feel me? That was episode 242, you know what I'm saying? Today, it's gonna be episode 243, you know what I mean? Episode 243, got some cool little topics, you know what I mean? So today we gonna touch on the Lil Durk case, you know what I'm saying, been denied bail again, and also a small little victory in that case we gonna touch on. Also, we're gonna touch on the Diddy case, you know what I mean? The key witness appears to be gone missing. We're gonna touch on that. Kendrick Lamar broke a record, snapped Eminem's record that he was holding, and also The Weeknd. He snapped both of them by a significantly large amount. We're gonna touch on that. And also Cam from Cam and Mace said he is out to find Kanye West's cousin, the cousin that he was talking about in the song Cousins. Cam said he wanted to find dude and interview him. He willing to go to whatever jail he at and do this interview with the quote-unquote cousin. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit we're gonna be touching on today. You know what I mean? That's the topics we're gonna be touching on today for episode 243. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody chilling. Hope everybody doing good. You know what I mean? I hope you got your drink pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you may drink, your Hennessy, yo, motherfucking 1800, yo, Casamigos, yo, whatever the fuck you youngsters is drinking out here today. You know what I mean? When I was coming up, it was Henny. That was the drink. You feel me? Now you niggas got all kind of different motherfucking shit going on, and Casamigos and Azul blue bottles and fucking all kind of Douce, all that shit. That shit is new era shit to me. You feel me? I'm an old school nigga. I come from the old school where Henny was that drink. You feel me? If you was going to get some drink, or you was going to get a drink that wasn't a beer or wasn't a whiskey bottle or something like that, it was definitely motherfucking Hennessy. You feel me? We wasn't chasing after the Douce. We wasn't chasing after the Casamigos. 1800 was pretty prevalent, but Casamigos and all this blue bottle Azure and the Rocks, Terra Maceo, whatever the fuck his drink is, all these fucking drinks, these motherfuckers got Deli on and shit, these rappers got all these fucking drinks and all this shit, man. Look, I'm from the old school, you feel me? We drank Henny. That was the drink that we drank. We didn't have all this extra choices and all this other shit that you youngsters is out here drinking today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's jump into these topics though, you feel me? I ain't gonna keep y'all too long on this Friday. I do want to get done so I can get this edited done so I can have a Friday, you know what I mean? Without it being composed of motherfucking picking kids up and fucking editing this goddamn show. And that's all I do in the day normally. So I'm trying to get done early so I can do a little bit on the Friday, you feel me? But yeah though, episode 243, you feel me? Without further ado, without no more banter, you know what I'm saying? Let's jump right into it. So Lil Durk, you know what I mean? Lil Durk has been denied bail again. You know what I'm saying? The judge has definitely denied him bail, but also he had a little win because they were trying to use his lyric against him, saying that he was bragging about the little pub shooting. You know what I mean? Saying that he was bragging in a song about the little pub shooting and all that shit. But the song was definitely produced and came out months prior to that incident happening. You feel me? So they had definitely denied him bail, but they also said that they're not permitted to use no lyrics from no song against him now. So the lyrics about in any song that he got, whatever, is not allowed to be used in this trial with him being charged for murder for hire. You know what I'm saying? The case is now definitely weakened though, being that they cannot use the allegation of that lyric. You know what I'm saying? That definitely shows that the case is definitely being weakened and not as strong as it was without that allegation, because without that, I don't think they have too much other things to tie him to murder for hire. You know what I'm saying? So this next little clip you about to see is just a dude that was actually, it seems like he was actually in the court, and this is him him, I believe, walking away from the court and breaking it all down for you. Check it out.
On Lil Durk, he had his bond hearing today. He looked good. He looked like he was in good spirits. No crazy weight gain or anything like that. He looked good. The judge was on the same vibe she was on last time, which is that, wait, they're saying murder for hire. They're saying you put bounties up. They're saying you ordered the shooters. They're saying the shooters shot. I'm saying that's going to be no bond. There's basically no argument you can make to this judge in a murder for hire case to get a bond. The one silver lining for the defense is that the prosecution's case has taken two major hits. One, the prosecution has had to abandon their allegation that he rapped and celebrated about this murder, that he put these lyrics out talking about, oh yeah, I got you, you out here screaming no, no, crying in the street. Prosecution had to back away from that allegation. It was proven false. They need that allegation, and now they're not going to be able to have it. The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for the death through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
And so you know what I'm saying? That was him breaking it all down for you. You know what I mean? Breaking that down about how they cannot use the lyrics, and that's how the case was being weakened because of so. And so on, you know what I'm saying? How them lyrics was from a song prior, a long time ago, before that incident happened. You know what I'm saying? So the judge definitely recognized that, and they will not be using any lyrics by Lil Durk on this case to further convict him. But he definitely has been denied for bail again. You know what I mean? They're saying that he's unsafe for the presence in social life. They're saying that he's pretty much a flight risk. So they denying all type of bails that he may be hitting them with. You know what I'm saying? In other news, another trial going on. You know what I'm saying? Big celebrity out here in court. Another one. You know what I mean? A key witness in the Diddy trial is gone missing. Nobody knows to seem to know where this person is. Apparently it is a female, and they are calling her victim number 3. So apparently she was supposed to testify in court, being she was subpoenaed to court to come and testify. She even said last week sometime in the court during the Diddy trials that she was going to even use her real name. Wasn't even going to use a pseudonym, a fake name, a AKA name, a nickname, or none of that. She was going to use her government name. And now that the courts are actually happening, she is nowhere to be found. So they don't know what is going on with her. People have tried to reach out. People have called her, made contacts. Nobody's answering the phones. Nobody's returning phone calls, and none of that. So they don't know where she at. She has disappeared. This was a key witness in this case. You know what I'm saying? So people was wondering what's going on. Where's she at? Why nobody talk to her? Did she harmed? Is she unalived? Is she alright? Did somebody have something done to her? Or did somebody pay her off? This is what the people is speculating. You feel me? So this next little clip you about to see. And also they have 45 jurors selected that they gonna have to narrow down. You know what I'm saying? I believe I had seen something in the past where they was trying to select the jurors. You know what I mean? So apparently they have 45 selected that they gonna have to narrow down and select a few of them. So yeah, people was wondering if she was paid off or harmed or anything, or she done got unalived or whatever the case may be. She has disappeared. You know what I mean? And being that she have been subpoenaed to this trial, you know what I mean, being the court issued you to be to appear in this court, in this trial, and you fail to appear, that is definitely a violation, and they can arrest her for so. You know what I mean? I also read that she does not live in New York. You know what I mean? She lives far away, which could be another reason why she did not attend the trial. You know what I'm saying? But now when you be subpoenaed to come to court, you know what I'm saying? If you don't, that is definitely subject to arrest. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We don't know what's going on with this victim, but this next little clip you about to see is a video of Kadisha Lynn, the person who I always pick to come with these Diddy facts on this trial. You know what I mean? She seems to be following this shit very motherfucking closely. You know what I'm saying? So this next little clip you about to see is just of her breaking down this situation of this missing victim, key witness. Check it
Star
out.
witnesses in the Diddy trial is still missing. Today was day 3 of the Diddy trial for jury selection, and we learned that victim number 3, who is supposed to be testifying against Diddy, is still missing, and the feds are unable to get a hold of her or her lawyer. And what makes this thing even crazier is the fact that last week she said that she was ready to testify with her full name being known to the public, and we also learned that she was actually subpoenaed to testify. So if she doesn't show up, she could be arrested. And this has a lot of people wondering, including myself, if there was some alternative motive behind this, because why wouldn't she show up after last week saying that she was ready to testify with her name being known to the public instead of hiding under a pseudonym? So people are wondering if she's been paid off or if she actually went missing, and hopefully she's okay. The judge did tell the prosecution that they need to continue trying to get a hold of her so that way they can let him know if she's going to be a part of Diddy's criminal trial that is supposed to start on Monday. We also learned that 2 of the witnesses that are set to testify on Monday against Diddy, their names might not even be told to the public. And they were able to get together 45 prospective jurors in a jury pool that they are going to narrow down on Friday to their 12 official jurors and their 6 alternatives, just in case something happens during trial. Now tomorrow they are taking a break and they won't come back until Friday, where they narrow down those 45 jurors to the 12 jurors that will be a part of Diddy's trial. But you know me, there could be things that are updated on the court docket or anything, so I will keep looking for information, especially about victim number 3. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
You know what I'm saying? That was Kadisha Lynn on the TikTok breaking it all down for you and saying that this key witness is disappeared. Nobody know where she is at right now, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully she's alright, but now if she is alright, she definitely gonna be coming into a world of trouble for missing this court date. Another news, Kendrick Lamar recently broke all kind of records, you know what I'm saying? With the song Luther, him and SZA has been snapping records in half, you know what I'm saying? The person who held this record before them was Eminem, as far as the most grossed on a single night at a concert. Eminem and The Weeknd currently held that before Kendrick and SZA topped that and shattered their record. They held it at 9 point whatever million. You know what I'm saying? Didn't break the $9 million mark for a concert in one night, and Kendrick has shattered that with a whopping 11.822 million in one night. They said this is also the first ever black man to break that record for a rap concert, to break the 9 million barrier, and he broke this at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas on April 26. SZA and Kendrick also tied the record for Diddy and Faith for the song I'll Be Missing You. You know what I'm saying? The song, the big hit that they do, big funeral hit. You hear that song played at a lot of funerals, a lot of people that done passed on. You hear this song, you know what I'm saying? The I'll Be Missing You, the song they put out after Biggie was unalive. You know what I mean? That song definitely made a lot of numbers and continued to make numbers since they put it out. You know what I mean? So Kendrick and them is tied for that as far as the Hot 100 Billboard. You know what I'm saying? And that song Missing You is from 1997. So that lets you know how long that song been in the top runnings on the top Billboard. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Pardon this interruption. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you ain't hit that subscribe button, go on and hit that shit right now. You know what I mean? At this particular moment and time in the middle of the video, now's your time to hit that subscribe button. You feel me? Hit the like button. Go ahead and comment on what you think or what you might think about something that I'm saying. Comment on it. You feel me? Hit that comment. You know what I mean? Hit that comment button. Leave your little comment. I'll definitely see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But hit that subscribe button. No, tell somebody about it. You know what I mean? Hit that subscribe button if you ain't already. You know what I'm saying? What you waiting for? You know what I mean? And tell somebody about this shit so somebody else can watch this shit too. And remember to share this shit also. Put this shit on your social media and all that shit. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the episode. So this next little clip you about to see is just letting you know how Kendrick Lamar is out here breaking records. Check it out.
Lamar and SZAs have some celebrating to do, as Luther recently spent its 11th week on top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart. SZA and Kendrick Lamar continue to top charts with their hit song Luther, And recently, the duo even tied a record previously set by Diddy and Faith
You
Evans.
see, you know what I'm saying? That was just her breaking it down for you, telling you that they are now tied with that song "I'll Be Missing You" by Diddy and Faith Evans on the top Billboard, the Hot 100. You know what I'm saying? Another news, Cam. So we all know Cam is a real funny dude. You know what I mean? Cam and Mace. You know what I'm saying? Cam came out and said after hearing Kanye's song that he got called Cousins. I believe I had definitely talked about on this podcast a few episodes back when he released it. You know, it's a song where he's talking about he was molested and they used to look at porn mags and then they decided to act out what they were seeing in the porn mags, and then allegedly says that he gave his cousin head from whatever age to whatever age, and also went on to blame that this is why his cousin is in jail, because apparently he had did something to a pregnant woman or something like that, and he blamed the fact that what they were doing and the things that they were doing with these porno mags, and when he decided to stop showing him the porno mags, this is when he said that his cousin went on and I believe unalived a pregnant woman and is doing life, I believe, in jail behind that now. So he blames the fact that he stopped from looking at the porn mags. He blames that on him going out and unaliving a woman, a pregnant woman, and then going to jail for it. So Cam had said, yo, where is this cousin at? You feel me? Cam had a theory and said that a lot of niggas is being fake gay because I guess homosexuality is so-called popping in 2025. So a lot of niggas is jumping on the trending bandwagon of homosexuality and trying to use that and say, you know what, I'm gay, sell records or to gain any type of notoriety, clickbait, or fame or clout by doing so. You know what I'm saying? So Cam said, where the cousin at? I want to interview this nigga. I want to interview the cousin. Let's talk to him. He said he willing to go to any jail that he at, fly to him, whatever jail he is. He willing to come to the jail and do the interview, which sounds interesting enough to me. You feel me? So this next little clip that you about to see is of Cam speaking on this cousin song and Kanye's cousin. Check it out.
Don't you?
He did a record and his cousin's in jail doing life for a murder, something like that. I'm actually trying to find the cousin. I want to interview the cousin. I'm trying to find, so anybody who knows this cousin that he's talking about and what jail he's in, we're willing to go to the jail to do the interview with the cousin who's been molested doing life right now. We're actually on the hunt to find him personally at this personal moment, to find out exactly if what Kanye did to him led to him being in this situation right now. Because Kanye said this is potentially why he could be doing life in jail, because he molested his younger cousin. So I talked about it. And I mentioned the fact that Kanye said that he molested his cousin. And I was like, yo, people be conveniently gay. And I wasn't necessarily talking about him, even though I never heard him mention anything gay. Well, because it's in style, it seems like, with certain people. And I'm not saying that people who ain't gay. First of all, let's be clear with me. If you gay, I like the fact that you admit that you gay. I don't like people that's in the closet and don't say they gay. And they act like they straight. Just look, we in 2025, you gay, nigga. It's all good. If you like sucking dick on your personal time, that's what you like to do. I can't get mad at that. That's what you like to do. Just don't hide it. Don't be around secretly with niggas and you want to suck dick and niggas ain't on that. Niggas want something else. Just tell niggas that. So after we play basketball.
So as you seen, you know what I'm saying, that was Cam letting you know that he wants to find that cousin. He's currently trying to find him and interview him. You know what I'm saying? He wants to interview him. Said he'll come to any jail he at, wherever jail that he doing his time at. He trying to definitely holler at dude for sure. You know what I mean? But that's all the topics I have for today for episode 243. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got for episode 243. You feel me? Quick little topics to put in your brain to let you go and do further research if that's what you want to do after you heard him. But hopefully you heard him right here on Kons Podcast first. So in tonight's episode, we went over Lil Durk being denied bail again, I believe, for the third time. You know what I'm saying? Judge said you are a menace to society. You're a fight risk. You out here putting bounties on people's heads. I can't accept your bail. You know what I mean? But they also said that they cannot use rap lyrics against them in the court anymore. So that's a little small win for him for sure, because that was a strong allegation that they was having against him. Key witness in the Diddy trial has disappeared. Nobody knows where she is. Nobody's heard from her. People have tried to contact her. She's been subpoenaed to come to court, and she has not showed up. That is definitely subject for arrest if she does happen to show up. You know what I'm saying? But nobody has heard anything from her, so people are hoping that she is cool and in good health and fine and not unalive. People are also wondering if she was paid off to not show up. We also talked about Kendrick Lamar out here shattering records, being the first black man to gross over 9 million with 11.822 million in one night at a concert. He did this at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas on April 26th. Him and SZA on their GNX tour, and also tying with Diddy and Faith for the song I'll Be Missing You on the top Hot 100 Billboard. We also touched on Cam, said he wants to find the cousin that Kanye was talking about with the molestation rant and verses that he did in the song, talking about how he was molested and he gave his cousin head from whatever age to whatever age, and went into detail about the whole situation. Cam said he wants to talk to that cousin and do an interview with him because he said it sounds kind of bogus. But yeah, though, that's everything we went over today. So my closing thoughts on each of these topics. So Lil Durk is being denied bail, you know what I'm saying? And the judge is out here saying that the nigga's a menace to society. You a fight risk, nigga. You are a risk to people mingling and walking around and living their everyday life. They don't want somebody like they are determining you to be on the street, you know what I'm saying? Denied your bail for I believe the third time, you know what I'm saying? Now, being on trial for murder for hire is tough, you know what I mean? I don't know, that shit is hard, you know what I mean? They talking about you done hired some people to kill some people for you, so they definitely want your head for that. That's gonna be a hard case to fight, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely a win, though, that they can't use your lyrics against you no more, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely a plus for sure. It shows that definitely the case is weakening, like you heard old boy say that was walking down the block in the video y'all seen, you know what I'm saying, coming out of the courtroom. It's definitely a victory because it definitely shows that the case is definitely crumbling. The walls of security that they have around process is definitely crumbling down, you know what I mean, being that they can't use the rap lyrics because they were strongly trying to use that allegation against them, you know what I mean? But fighting a case for murder for hire is tricky, you know what I'm saying? Murder for hire, conspiracy, trafficking, drug trafficking, you know what I'm saying, get caught with some shit in the airport or something, or a federal building, all that type of shit is tricky, you feel me? They're not gonna play with you, they're not gonna grant you no bond or none of that type of shit when you got them type of charges, you know what I mean? Anytime you leave the government confused about what you were doing and they catch on to you and they feel it's too late, you done already did a bunch of shit and they didn't catch you, they feel away, you know what I mean? A key witness has been disappeared in the Diddy trial, who said last week that she was gonna come to court for show and not use no pseudonym or none of that, no nickname or none of that. She's gonna use her full first and last government name, and she has been disappeared. So I don't know, you know what I mean? Man, with the power of Diddy and the shit that Diddy is capable of doing with the type of power he got, god damn it, he could have had something definitely happen to where she don't show up to that court date if she was a key witness, as they are calling her. You know what I mean? I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if something happened to her, or her body come up found missing or something like that, or her body get found later on at a later date. I wouldn't be surprised. And I would hope that's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't surprise me at all. You know what I mean? We all understand and been understanding furthermore what type of person that Diddy was and what type of ego he had with the power he had. You know what I mean? He definitely abused that shit. He definitely felt like he was a god and can get away with all type of murdering and anything. So with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if something did happen to the poor victim. Kendrick Lamar out here breaking records, it don't surprise me either. You know what I mean? He is blowing the fuck up. With SZA, Luther has definitely took flight. The song Luther alone, that shit is like bridging a gap between the young and the old. You know what I'm saying? We had older people that ain't never heard of a Kendrick Lamar out here listening to the song called Luther just based on the strength that he got Luther vocals on the song itself. You know what I mean? And it's from a classic song, If This World Were Mine. Anybody that was born in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? That is a song that a lot of older people love to hear. You know what I mean? It's one of them soulful sounds. Luther Vandross was one of them soulful dudes. Had that voice, you know what I mean? That was a soulful voice that a lot of older people known and loved, you know what I'm saying? Like Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass, you know what I mean? He back from that type of cloth, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that he put him on that song, I think he knew that that shit was finna take flight for show. So he was out here breaking records, and you know what I'm saying? The first black man to ever gross 11 million in one night at a concert. Breaking Eminem shit, you know what I'm saying? Which is something dope, man. You feel me? Power to the black people, you know what I mean? Shattered Eminem's record. I think that shit is dope as fuck. Cam out here said he want to find the cousin that Kanye was talking about because he said he feel that shit is bogus. He feel like Kanye is riding the wave of homosexuality. He's coming out like a lot of people in this Diddy trial is doing, coming out and saying, hey, you know what? Hey, me too. Hey, matter of fact, yeah, Diddy touched me. Hey, you know what? When he was making that beat, he put his hand on my thigh, and I think he was grooming me. You know what I mean? It's just... So he thinks that, you feel me, Kanye is doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, homosexuality is kind of popping these days. It's trendy. A lot of motherfuckers is coming out, and they getting all these motherfucking rights and shit, protecting them and all that. So Cam feels like he's jumping on that bandwagon to sell some records. You know what I'm saying? So he wants to interview the cousin to really hear the real story of the song called Cousins. He wants to hear it from the actual cousin. And goddamn it, I am on board for that shit. I hope he do find that nigga and interview him, because damn it, I would like to hear his side of the story. You know what I'm saying? Because these rappers do be jumping on waves and doing whatever it takes just to get that clout or that clickbait or that whatever that you want. You chasing, you feel me, that type of clout, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers definitely be doing that. You feel me? So I'm looking forward to that. I hope he do find that nigga and interview him, and we can get the real story. You know what I'm saying? See if the shit match up. He can either come out and say, man, this nigga is bullshitting. I don't know what the fuck he talking about with that. I ain't gay and I ain't never stuck my dick in his mouth. Or he can come out and say, yeah, would that happen? We did that. So I'm all on the board for it if he find his cousin. I'm going to be definitely eyes on and ears glued to the motherfucking interview if he finds him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my closing thoughts though on all these topics that we went on today. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You feel me? Because you could have been doing anything you wanted to do in the world, no matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you were a brother or sister, whether you are a father, a mother, a auntie, a uncle, you know what I'm saying? You are a cousin, a younger cousin, a big cousin. You know what I'm saying? You are a coworker, a colleague, whoever you are. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got pets too, and y'all sit them on the couch next to you, or on the floor next to the couch, and y'all watching Kons podcast, whether your pet is a pig, you can have a pet dog, a pet cat, you can have a pet rat, you can have a pet bird, a parrot, a pigeon, a parakeet, goddammit. You can have a motherfucking pet elephant, a pet lion, a tiger, whoever your pet is, you feel me? If he sit there calmly enough for these 20, 30 minutes and watch Kons podcast along with you, I definitely fucks with you and your pets, you feel me? See my nigga scrolling up the screen, saluting you. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You feel me? This has been episode 243. You know what I'm saying? It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on May 9th. It is a Friday, the weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's the weekend. So hope all y'all enjoy your weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all enjoy your weekend. Pull up and drink up. You know what I'm saying? Roll up and smoke up. You feel me? If that's what it is that you do on your leisure time after your work week has been completed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, you know what I mean? Stay tuned for these credits. You know what I'm saying? The credits, I'm probably going to put a little brief, little more further closing thoughts on each topic, on these little credits. You feel me? And listen to the slapping ass beat in the background that you heard creeping up the past 30 seconds. Check it out. Thank you for watching.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you? don't you? You hate me, 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 don't you?
Damn, JJ.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?